Hi, welcome to Sheepish, episode 43. Today is Sunday, July 20th, 2014, and I'm Holly. So, how is everybody this week? I know, I'm actually recording one in like a week's time. What's up with that? I wanted to make sure I got one in this week because I don't know when I'll be able to record next week, if at all, and I know I'm not going to be able to record the weekend after that. Next week is my friend's wedding, so I'm going to be gone all day Saturday, and I'm not sure what Sunday's shaping up to look like. So, yeah. And then the weekend after that, I'm going camping. So, and I will not be home at any good time on Sunday, or really in any fit state to record. So I thought I'd knock one out today. I don't know how long it's going to be. I think it'll be a little shorter than usual, or at least it will be if I don't keep talking. Just a quick thank you to everybody who's posted in the Summer Knitting Craft Along or the Summer Craft Along thread, both in the chat and in the foes. I have loved seeing what you guys have put up there. I know I said it last week, but you guys are really inspiring, and it makes me want to do more crafting, which I've kind of done. Kind of. Yeah. And that reminds me I need to pull something else out. So I'll talk about that later. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started with what's on the current roster. It looks like my camera's also doing what it's been doing the last couple of weeks. So I'm looking into a new camera. We'll see. But anyways, just so that's where any weird jumps are happening. So currently on the roster, the Springtime Bandit shawl is in the same spot. I'm not even going to bring that out to show you because I have not picked it up at all this week. I need to do that. I kind of got distracted with a few other things. So, sorry about that. So we'll go on to the Collywobbles socks. So this is sock number 2. This is the Collywobbles pattern by Emily Estrada, who hosts the Fibertown podcast. I am two full repeats into the Collywobbles pattern. It's a lot easier this time because I don't have to keep looking at the pattern itself. It's just a quilted lattice lace. I still can't work on it for very long stretches of time, and I need to be able to sit down to do a full repeat or I will screw myself up. That's what kept happening on the first sock. So this hasn't really been taken around and knit on it whenever. I sat on it. I knit on it last night while I was watching podcasts. And yeah, and I'm knitting these on my ChiaoGoo US 1.5 2.5 millimeter red lace. And I've got plenty of yarn to go on this, so I'm going to have a nice big ball left. We'll see. And that's in my Cath Kidston bag. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I caked this yarn up. If you remember from last week, and wow, it's got a way blue overtone. That's a little better, but it's not nearly as blue. This is my Highland Handmade Snapshots from Maine June Yarn Club yarn. And I wound that because I decided I was going to do a test square. I mentioned last week that I was thinking about doing the Vivid blanket for these instead of the crocheted granny square because that was driving me insane. So I have square 1, or at least the square to see if I like it in the variegated. I don't know. What do you think? I kind of like it. So we'll see. I want to block this out. As I was working on this, I didn't believe it was going to get close to 10 inches. I did a quick measurement before, and I'm like at 8 3/4 going one way and 9 going the other. So I should have no problem getting to 10. surprisingly enough. This was actually a really easy and quick knit once I got the pinhole cast on. So you cast on from the center and work your way out. I did this all magic loop on my US 9 40-inch carbon needles. So there is that. I'm planning on blocking it later and seeing how much it grows. So there is that. And finally on the current roster, because I realized that I needed a sock that was just a kick around, just simple vanilla sock. And also because I'm going to the movies later today and I need something to work on that I don't have to pay attention to. Yeah, I knit in the movies. So you guys may recognize this sock yarn. It's my Into the World Mercy Hardigan colorway. I believe it's the Gloucester base. And it's been in a couple of different incarnations on the podcast. Originally it was a sock, a simple stockinette stitch vanilla sock from the top down. And I ripped that out because it was striping and I wanted to try the Sort of a Knitter Mystic Spiral sock. That failed miserably. So it's been sitting around thinking about what it's done. And I've decided to pull it out of retirement. Forced retirement. And cast on a sock. So this is just a wee bit of a toe. I think I've got 4 more increase rounds to go on this before I can just start knitting without thinking about it. So I'm going to actually spend the time, I'm going to spend some time working on this before I head out today. Excuse me. Sorry. So there is that. This is going to become purse knitting. It'll come around with me wherever, and it's living in my Slip Stitch Studios Sock Plus Harry Potter bag because I heard it so. So yeah, that's the current roster. I kind of started a few new things. We'll see. I loved doing or knitting the Vivid Square. I think that I got through all of the first chart in the lace in like 30-45 minutes with figuring out the pinhole cast on. The last 6 rows of lace and then the 10 rows of garter took a little bit longer, mostly because I kept screwing up the lace. And I found that after a while, I think it's because I don't knit with 9s all that often, my hands would start to ache a little, so I'd put it down. So there's that. So yeah, there's nothing on the alumni roster because, hi, I'm still working on the Collywobbles and the Springtime Bandit. Yeah. So scouting report. I haven't actually added to the stash. However, I have pulled something out from stash and have it queued in my own personal queue because it's sitting right here on the printer. I've got this wound. This will actually be cast on sooner rather than later. This is CJ Knit. I've got the thing here. So CJ Knit hand-dyed yarns, and she's on Etsy, cjknityarns.etsy.com. And this is her superwash merino nylon blend, which is 400 yards at 100 grams. And her colorway is the 12th Doctor. So these will get cast on. I think that I'm going to actually combine fandoms. So we all know, you guys know that I love me some Doctor Who. And you guys know that I love me some Harry Potter. So I think that these are going to become Hermione's everyday socks. There's just something about the colors in here that I love. And for those of you who are also Doctor Who fans who are like, but those aren't the colors of the 12th Doctor. That's not what he's wearing. Jane made this when we had no clue what his costume was going to be. And it was based on a fan mashup of a picture from a role that he was in, another role that he was in, superimposed on top of a picture of the TARDIS. Or I guess the TARDIS was added into this background. I don't know. But it's a perfect match for the picture. And if I can find that picture, I'll put it up in the show notes. And if not, well, then, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it for what's on the needles. I have not been spinning. I really keep meaning to. My spindle is right here. I have actually made a purchase of some Acreworks bobbins because they are making them for the Shacked now. And I am waiting on those. I actually just got them yesterday, or just purchased them yesterday. So I've got like 1 to 2 weeks, I guess, before. So when those come, I will be back on the bug, and she and I will have be spending some quality time together. So yeah, that's about it. That's a really, really quick update. Wow. So let's go to what's making me happy this week. Oh, I forgot. I'll be right back. So, if you follow me on Instagram and you saw last night that I posted a picture of a whole bunch of cut tool, you may have been going, well, what's all that going to be for? Crafting! Yay! It's a tutu. It's a costume that I will be using in a couple weeks. So, yeah. But the problem is that I overestimated the amount of elastic that I would need. So, I need to remake the tutu today. So, I'm going to sew down the elastic and get all of that taken care of when I get home tonight from or this afternoon from the movie. But yeah, so that's what that is. Crafting. Yay! I am also hoping to, I actually just bought a sewing pattern online from Colette, I believe it is. Colette Patterns. For a dress that I'm hopefully going to get a chance to go buy fabric for today or tomorrow, and can sit down with some help from my mom and make a dress for the weekend. I doubt it. It might have to wait until a couple weeks. But we'll see. And if that happens, I will post them on Instagram. I will post pictures on Instagram. So yeah, what's making me happy? Well, other than this crafting thing that this desire to do other crafts. Yeah, other than that, I am super happy that I am actually going to the movies today. I am going to see Monty Python Live, mostly. So it is being broadcast to a bunch of different theaters, and I made sure that I got tickets. I am a Python fan. I actually did not realize that one of the cable channels here was having a Monty Python marathon yesterday of the movies. I did get to catch The Meaning of Life, which is one of my favorites. I love all of them. The Meaning of Life, I was talking to a friend of mine. I like 90% of it. The 10% that I don't like, I'm like, WTF? What, yeah. But yeah, it was great. So I can't wait. I can't wait to go to the movie theater and watch. And I never go to the movie theater, especially by myself. I never go. It's expensive. It really is. But it's been forever since I've been to the movie theater. So I'm going. I'm going to have fun. Let's see, what else is making me happy this week? I got to spend a lovely, lovely Friday evening with Michelle. You know her as Traveling Knitter on Rav. She actually has been making all sorts of different ice creams, and I was taste testing them. Oh darn. Oh darn. So we got to taste test ice cream, watch West Wing, catch up, do a little bit of crafting because I taught her how to do a pinhole cast on, because she's also got a Vivid blanket planned. And yeah, so that was a great time. And it's just a few days till I get to see my bestie. Yay! My bestie is coming out from Ohio this week. She's going to the same wedding that I'm going to, and then she's going to drive down to see some friends down south. And then we are going to head up to the wilds of Pennsylvania together the weekend after next. So, or together-ish. She's going up ahead of me and I'll meet up with her. So I'm super excited about that. Lots of girl time. I got to have girl time this weekend. I'm going to have girl time next weekend and the weekend after that. Next weekend is also my birthday. On Saturday, the 26th. I'm keeping things a little low-key for a number of reasons. Obviously, I'm going to my friend's wedding on my birthday, and so I will not be going, oh my God, it's my birthday and I'm at your wedding. No, so I'll probably do celebrations with family on Sunday when I get home. I do my traditional celebration the weekend after at the camp out that I'll be at, so I can celebrate with a ton of other friends. So yeah, that's what's making me happy this week. Wow, this is a really, really short episode, and I'm not sure how that happened. But I will go ahead. I will leave it here. Please, if you've got any questions for me, please enter them in the Ask Me Anything thread on the RAV group. I love seeing them. I will answer them as they come up. We haven't had any questions in a few weeks, so I encourage you to leave those there. Post any finished objects that you have into the summer craft along finished objects thread. There's some chatter going on in the chatter thread, so definitely join in there. And don't forget about the Socks thread. That is open. That is a June-July giveaway. And so I'll pick for that. Hopefully I'm hoping to do a podcast on the 1st. I'm hoping to record on the 1st and get that up. So it'll be like late at night, but still. So we'll see about that. So get things in there. And if you're posting in there, post them to the finished objects thread in the summer craft along. You're doing it. It's summer or winter, wherever you might be. So go ahead and post there, because I want to see what you guys are working on. Like I said, you guys are super, super inspiring, and I'm a lucky girl to have you guys as viewers and friends. Oh, I know what I forgot to say. Thank you. Thank you to, and I feel awful that I cannot remember their RAV name, but it's in my email, if I can find it. Thank you to Needle Runner on Ravelry, who is Helen Bingham, I believe, and she sent me a pattern. I believe it's a new pattern of hers called Change is Good. It is, I'm actually going to look it up here, sorry, but it's in my library. Yeah, she gifted me this pattern, and it is, let me go to the pattern page. It is a knitted parallelogram that lets you use your color style to create a unique and stylish shawl. Gauge is not critical, color options are obviously endless, and it's pretty fantastic. Thank you so much, Helen, for giving that to me. I need to start looking at things that I want to make with it. It's probably going to be one of those projects that when I do cast it on will take a long time to work on, because it is a parallelogram, so it's a lot of going back and forth, which is not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing, because sometimes you just need to have that mindset. But yeah, I think that it's going to definitely take a while. And it looks fabulous, and it looks like something that would be warm and cozy and in the right yarn, would be a great winter wrap. Possibly something to keep at the office. So thanks again, Helen, Needle Runner, for that. And I look forward to taking a closer look at the pattern and casting it on. Don't forget that Ellie and Dave are still having a sale in their shop, in the FO and Dye shop. The link was in the show notes from last week. I will go ahead and I'll make sure that they're in the show notes this week. And you can get 20% off of everything in their store by going to or by typing in the code RETREAT20. My friend Bridget is still having her donation in her Etsy shop. So bdevlindesigns.etsy.com, I believe it is, or it's shop.etsy.com/bdevlindesigns. Where she is donating $3 for from the sale of every pair of children's knitting needles and $1 from the sale of everything else to the charity that she's designated. I believe it is a children's cancer charity. I don't have it up in front of me. Sorry, Bridget. I know you're watching. But yeah, so don't forget about them. Definitely go over there, purchase from them, tell them I sent you. All right. Have a great week, everybody. If you'd like to reach me, I am sheepishpodcast@gmail.com. I am on Ravelry as Knit Girl, spelled conventionally. I am on Instagram as KnitGirl726. Have a great week, everyone, or a little longer. Keep knitting, spinning, stitching, and crocheting along. Have a great week. I will see you guys next time. Bye.